The views, opinions, and statements expressed on this podcast by the hosts and guests are their own and intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only. They do not reflect the views of any affiliated organizations or brands. This podcast may contain strong language, mature themes, and discussions relating to pop culture, entertainment, and current events. Viewer discretion is advised. All music, visuals, trademarks, and copyrighted materials used remain the property of their respective owners. Enjoy the show.
Are you nice, my dog?
I'm fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why are you fine, bro?
Went out yesterday. Someone forced me to go out.
Is it? You get forced to go out?
Sometimes.
I
Actually, most of the times I get bullied to go out. I
stay inside. No one can bully me to do anything, fam.
How, Nana?
Yeah.
Nice.
So what happened?
The one who bullied me to go to events.
Is it? Who is it?
Wena.
Me?
Yeah. But it was nice. I enjoyed it. I saw industry peeps.
Was it nice?
I enjoyed dressing up and doing makeup.
And sitting by the exit door, getting ready to leave.
You the same. Why are we like that? Why are you like that?
Man, we'll get into that. We'll talk about it.
Because I think with me, it's just that as long as I saw people and I said, hi, I don't have to go close proximity to say, hey, nice shoes. You look nice. I haven't seen you in a while. I feel like we're pretending now.
I thought we were going to like a conference vibe. I feel like I walked into like a club.
Yeah. We were late.
Fair enough. But what does that mean? That
maybe the conference happened during the day.
Okay.
The club was for during the night.
What does a conference need an after party? What does anything need an after party?
People just need an excuse to drink alcohol and to hang out. Because for me, it didn't make sense. I'm wearing a dress and I have to be at the club. I need to wear a mini dress to be at the club. You know what I mean?
Like, feel like we dog as celebrities.
Yeah.
We need to go groove with each other.
Yeah, so you need an excuse to go groove. Actually, that's true. Because I don't think all those people hang out together.
Yeah, I don't think so. Nah.
Yeah.
It's only me and you there, dog.
That's why we are sitting together by the exit door. People coming to say hi.
We on fire. We on fire.
What's poppin'? With your boy ShabZi. I'm with my industry friend.
Yeah.
My real friend, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, we're back again. Episode 6. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
The summers.
I saw where did I see it? I think I saw it on YouTube stream.
Yeah, announcing the nominees.
Yeah. And it seemed like they all gathered together at a little restaurant to announce that.
There's no hype around the summers like before. Hey,
we don't care, dog. We don't care anymore.
Why is it? Because before, there will be like a huge. They wouldn't even be hosting it there. But Midrand. Remember the other time we went to Midrand? Estate. Is it?
That's last year.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
And that was a thing 2 years ago.
Yes. Like, what is happening? Do we have like many awards now? Like, we don't care now. We just like whatever.
Who cares, man? We don't even care about the music anymore.
Oh, yeah.
We don't care about... I saw the nominations.
Yeah.
I didn't see all of them, but I just started thinking to myself, like, actually, who's behind all of this in this era? Like, who's sitting down critiquing the music, you know? Like, I'm really curious about that now because I know it changes year to year. Yeah. I'm like, you guys should tell us who the judges are. Are they qualified to speak on the music? You know?
I think they get people within the industry. Some mostly are behind the scene people.
Okay, so for instance, can they get you to go judge?
Yeah, I'll pick ShabZi
Can
on
they?
categories.
Is there a possibility that they can get you to judge the music?
I think they can.
What's Sego's gonna say about the music, man?
You know what they do, and I think the reason why they do that is because no one wants to sit there listening to music and not getting paid. So they just get people who are volunteering to do this. It's like at the radio awards. They usually get people within the radio space who have time to listen to the shows and select whoever they think.
But are they into the music? Are these people into the music? Are they people who can actually judge and have the type of critique that we can respect as artists
I know few industry people
who have done it
who
before?
have judged.
Okay, what are their titles? You don't have to give us their names.
Yeah,
of who
no
they are.
idea. Yeah. No, because the other
Could a
one is
journalist judge an album?
the other one is my friend.
What's their title?
His name is T. Let's just stick to T. He was a production manager
For
for the station I used to work for, and he's not in the music. He wasn't in the music department, but see, technical producers on radio. He was managing the technical producers.
and so what's how did he get to his title? What's the history?
That's the part I don't know. Another one I know was a music compiler at a certain station. So it makes sense for them to actually be the ones judging because they work with music. They're the ones who decides what goes in the airwaves.
I've worked with some music compilers, and even them compiling the music on the station, I don't agree.
Hectic. I think I know.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know, man. It just feels like it's too mysterious. You know what I mean? Like, if you're confident about who's critiquing the music, judging the music, who's speaking for the music, tell us who they are.
No, you guys are gonna like go for no. You're gonna go off on them. Little by Twitter. Maseko, what do you think you know about music?
I
No.
think people will always have feelings about you critiquing the music. But if your resume speaks to it, you shouldn't care for the critique. I don't even think you'll be critiqued by people like me who will know that, oh, okay, cool, this person's in the industry, specifically in the music department for this long, their journey towards where and who they are now is, there's a reason for them judging the music. Otherwise,
next time.
I don't know, man. Like, it's
But then, according to you, who would you pick to? I mean, hip hop category. I saw Ricky Rick posted
yes.
album.
Let me
has
remind
been
myself who's
nominated.
there. Let me remind
Flame
myself.
as well.
Bayete,
Yeah.
Danya Devs.
Yeah.
And Danya Devs, I mean, he was on 5 Hip Hop Nights as well. I don't know that he's a hip hop artist.
What is he?
The music on Bayete, there are songs that have hip hop influence, I'm only saying this because I would think a hip hop category is about the art form, and you want to protect that as much as you can. So those artists who leaned the most towards the art form would be in that category. I don't know if I would put Bayete there. I'm not saying him as an artist is not someone who should not be acknowledged for his contributions.
So where would you place him? I like how you explain
it feels R&B, R&B hip hop, almost like Bryson Tiller vibes, just like the South African version. Like putting that in hip hop is, as far as the art form is concerned, I feel a little bit too lazy. You know,
Okay. And then who's the
we had Flame, Black and White.
Do you agree?
I agree with Flame because Flame has, you know, a tendency to put in the raps there as well. He's almost like a Drake-esque.
Okay.
He's got a singing
The singing
approach
and then
and
the
some
rapping.
rap and a lot of like the beats are very hip hop. Boss Zonke Forever, I agree. It's cool. It's cool to put it there. I don't know if I like some of these albums. I don't know if I would put there. I mean, okay. Let me say everything else. Free, Nasty C, and then there's the Secret Frequency by Mash Beats. You know, there's other cats like I think Aries had an album, Business as Usual. Um, who else dropped albums, man, that I would consider?
So you
Stogie dropped Enemy, you know?
don't they look at like the criteria, which is maybe like the success commercially, not just this is strictly hip hop. Now we're going to categorize you there, but they're looking at other aspects that makes that project to be where it is.
What I'm trying to say is like those guys are already commercial artists. So in hip hop, of those commercial artists, acknowledge the ones who are the most closest to the art form, who conceptualize something great for the hip hop genre.
Hectic.
You know, like I get this whole commercial approach, and this is why I think a lot of things are losing credibility because we're not categorizing commerciality. We can't have commercialism everywhere in everything and lose the substance. The lack of substance is the reason why we don't care anymore. Like a whole South African music awards
But isn't commercial?
announced their nominations, and did we care?
No, it didn't even trend.
It's not even trending.
No.
Artists aren't speaking about it. Those who are probably nominated made a post. I haven't seen a post that made it onto my For You timeline.
Yeah, I haven't. No.
And from any artist. I'm not even seeing colleagues celebrate colleagues for being nominated. Why is that? Substance.
But ShabZi, wouldn't you say commercial success is the one that defines the influence? Yeah,
The influence for what?
We're talking about credibility and the
The
success
influence
of
for what though?
For an example, when you're talking about hip hop albums, right? And you're saying we must stop commercializing everything, because we must stop defining things based on the commercial success. But I think the commercial success is the one that defines the influence to the people, to the consumers of the content.
No.
So isn't it?
Commerciality brings the attention.
Yeah.
Greatness feeds us the food, the real food. Once you bring us there, greatness must carry the commerciality. I'm not saying they aren't all great. I can't speak for the other genres. I'm more passionate about hip hop.
Yeah.
And I'm saying in hip hop, Sharp, these are the commercial artists who released in this year of eligibility.
Yep.
Of those artists, who's great at the art form? First. Because those are the people that have something to offer to the viewers, the listeners. Because at the end of the day, everything that we produce must influence the evolution of the country.
That's true.
It's like us watching when we spoke about the polygamist last week, right? There are lessons there for a lot of people. A lot of people see themselves in different characters, and they need to see that mirror without it being too confrontational to their life. Enough for them to be like, man, Sarah's journey, it started like this, but it ended like this, and I relate to her. So that means there are decisions I need to make about my life that will improve my life. I don't know that many artists are creating the kind of music that speaks to evolution. You're making great commercial hits and it's catchy, great hook, But as far as the art form is concerned, the storyteller, the artist that's actually respecting the approach of creating something that has a concept, a theme. At the end of the day, that's why we're artists, to display the artistry.
Then would you say, should we get hip hop artists to be the ones judging the hip hop category, for an example? For me, I think it'll be too personal. People won't be like honest in terms of using just the criteria of that category. Now, ShabZi will go for his friends instead of people that deserve to be nominated. Do you understand?
If we get hip hop people to judge the music,
instead of getting a Masiho who's not attached to anything. Me, I'm just gonna pick the albums based on how I'm consuming them and how they're lending in the way I consume content. With ShabZi though, probably he's close to Nasty C because they recorded a song together. Then he's beefing with Stogie T, for an example. Now you're not gonna pick Stogie T because you have a personal whatever with them. Don't you think it's better to pick a Masiho instead of somebody who is within that media space?
Some can be hip hop and some don't have to be hip hop. It's about the art of the music. I want people who are invested in the art of the music, because then you're listening a little bit with a critical ear and experience and passion and care for the art of the music. People can argue for the commercial success. I'm not going to argue for that. We are already commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say you nominated ShabZi, I'm already in the commercial space. I'm on commercial platforms. I'm in the ears of the country.
But if you look at it from a consumer perspective, I define what is good for the culture. If you look at it from a listener perspective, because I the one who votes and decide to say I'm gonna listen to ShabZi's music, and the more we listen to ShabZi's music, ShabZi gets to be more successful.
No, you don't decide. You don't decide.
The audience usually is the one who.
There's a reason why it's called television programming, radio programming. I choose what you love and like, and you think you like what you like because of you. Not everybody is that actualized. Most consumers don't have autonomy. When you're doing this scrolling, the reason why there's the algorithms, it's curating it for you. This is what we need you. If you're liking this video out of your autonomy, we're still going to curate something that puts you in a world where you're a consumer.
Okay.
We shun the real creators because those are the people who are supposed to tell the consumer what they need to be eating to nourish their body, their mind, their way of living. I'm speaking for the gap where you're bringing something forward that is meant to change the stratosphere. The reason why we don't care anymore is because where's the food? Where's the food that's nourishing? Where's something that's gonna put me to sleep in a peaceful way? We're distracted.
Okay. The main categories haven't been announced, like album of the year, artist of the year, 5 categories. I think they're still waiting for this week. Who would you say is like the hip hop artist of the year?
Yo.
Who do you think
The
Could
hip hop artist of the year.
I don't want to say artist of the year because now we have to put piano artists and others. I just want to
Yes,
look at
for
hip
hip
hop.
hop.
Who would you say is? And why?
I think right now, Stogie.
Why Stogie?
I'm giving it to Stogie because Stogie is bringing attention to the art form. He's bringing attention to hip hop with a message, with the poetic perspective, the art form, man, the art form. I'm tempted to even say me, but not only just music, just the fact that what we were able to bring, me and Speedy, to the art form, to the art.
Commercially.
You know, like we brought this thing that has substance to the commercial space. That's the real success. That's the real success, man. Not this, yeah, make the hits, man, and do all that can make people forget about their problems and continue to jive and all of that. And then there are people who are bringing a mirror to you to say, hey, you promised yourself you would be better today, 2 years ago, and you're not. You know, here's what's missing. Here's what you need to work on. Here's what you need to improve. Here's what you need to be to get to a new level. It was not a comfortable conversation when we did the freestyles in the beginning.
Yeah.
Now, it's comfortable. Yeah, there's still some people who have problems, but now it's comfortable. You have commercial hip hop artists who want to rap, who want to say something.
Top 5 that you will nominate in that category, because I know already
Of hip hop artists of the year.
There are ones that you are removing in there that you feel like they're more of R&B.
Yeah, man.
The albums that you'd say, these are the ones that are supposed to be in that category. Let's rectify the mistake.
I'll give it to Stogie.
Uh-huh.
I'll give it to
Nasty.
Nah, man.
Why?
I'll give it to Tswyza. I think he also released something. I'm not sure if he released a hip hop album though. I'm giving it to him because he's bringing attention to the art form, you know.
Boss Donkey.
I'll give it to Touchline.
Okay.
Hectic.
Myself and Pretty Ugly. And Aries. He dropped Business as Usual.
Okay.
These people have something to say, you know, something that can just wake the minds up a little bit and put you in a space where you become freer of the distractions and you'll be able to make decisions from an autonomous perspective, which I think is the healing we all need, you know? Like, polygamist was either trending because we love to heal or we love the chaos.
It's the mirror.
You know what I'm saying? Like, after you watch something like that, where do you go? Do you go to healing or we perpetuate the same thing?
Oxalai, there's something you're doing
You know?
influenced by that.
There's some bits in it that was for us to watch and be comfortable. Then there's bits where they are trying to talk to you. And I'm speaking about those artists where when you listen, it's not always an easy listen, but when you get used to it, something changes in you.
You need to find out who was voting for hip hop. artists and
Yeah, man.
albums.
Yeah, man.
They must come here.
Please be
explain
about the art,
themselves.
yo. If you're a judge and you are judging for hip hop, I am curious to know if you care about the art.
Okay. You spoke of Tswyza.
Yes.
Hey! People have been going to the Tswyza show and some have been talking about it. I know Nasty also, I think when he was streaming, they were asking him, what do you think of the show?
He said he wouldn't do it.
He said he wouldn't do it. It's not his thing, but it's a dope show. Usi Maimani was there a couple of days ago. Would you go there?
Yo, Tswyza.
Yes.
We spoke, my dog. Hit me up. The people want me there.
Are you not like Nota? Maybe he will chicken out.
I think I watched the Tswyza show and I noticed that he adopts the style of the artist, you know, in his approach in that conversation. I'm not an easy style to adopt because I can go anywhere. As far as flow, as far as characters, as far as cadence, I can switch it up maybe 5 times in that whole conversation setting. So maybe.
But he can pick one character to imitate.
But what I'm trying to say is, if I'm adopting your style, maybe.
Yes.
Because also the rhetoric is, there are some artists who are on there that he does better than, as far as their style is concerned.
Hey,
and so I'm not a style that you can just adopt that easily.
I was under the impression that maybe, you know, when like Lupe was here and you did that,
the back and forth
with him, and Maraza came to your show.
Yes.
The clips trended as well.
Yes.
I was looking forward to seeing you on the Tswyza show because I think Maraza was there at some point.
Yes, he did go to the Tswyza show as well. Yes.
Would you say that's the main reason why you're still not there? Because you're saying you guys spoke, right? Nothing else. How is the conversation? Is it promising?
I mean, after he was on 5 Hip Hop Nights, we spoke off air. You know, he said he'd hit me up, and I guess I'm either waiting for the follow-up or maybe he's waiting for me to follow up. But
Wena, you thinking maybe it's because of your style? It might be difficult for him
as
to
a reason not to bring me on?
Yeah, why do you think there's the delay to bring you on?
Maybe that's part of it. But I doubt Tswyza is scared to do a rap conversation with me. It's prepared anyway, right? Yeah. We have the conversation, we prepare the conversation, and the purpose of it is to trace back where I come from and what I'm doing now, what I'm about now. It's timeless. I think it's time for us to do it.
You heard it first. It's time. Tswyza. Okay, cool. Let's talk about
Yes, but those are the starters, right?
Yes.
In a nutshell, in this starter, all I just want to say is I am about commerciality because I see the importance of bringing attention to what we are doing. But once the attention is on us, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we saying? Why are we saying it? Why are we giving that to the audience? That's just my plea to the music industry. Once we have the attention, why do we have that attention? What are we doing with that attention? Main course. Thank you.
My E was trending with a TikToker. Hey. Because I love my E. Hey, you know I love my E. But here's the thing.
What do you love about my E? You know, I'm hearing you say I love my E. I'm like,
first of all, I used to have a crush on him.
Really? Crush on what?
him as a person.
What means?
No, not like that. Like, no, you know, sometimes like you admire a person from far.
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
Drop 2 lines from my ear.
I can't rap. Jive for what you go. And yet you go. Jive
Upegu hamba kuphi bazokubhodisa kasi.
Yeah! Nothing I can rap when he's rapping because I don't know Zulu.
Right.
I can sing along when he's there performing.
Right.
I'm not like that TikToker who doesn't even know one song. But yeah, you know, one thing I've learned and I've seen is there's old school and there's new school. Old school has a knowledge for the institution. They know the craft. Sometimes connections behind the scenes, right? And then new school has the hype, the trends, the attention, the current audience that the old school need. But for some reason, these two generations seems to have difficulties in working together. Yabon? How do we get to that point without disrespecting each other? How do we get to create the platform that is safe where the Grootmans works with the young ones, yet the Grootmans get to keep their dignity, these ones also gets to trend?
I don't think the kids want to work with the OGs, man.
You don't think so?
No, because they have social media. They got their ways of, I mean, look, I feel Big Homie shouldn't have given as, what's his name? Excalibur,
yes.
He shouldn't have given him a platform, man. He shouldn't have replied. He shouldn't have entertained that, right? I watched the clip. There's one word apparently he said, which was, I don't want to say the word here. It's BA word, right?
Trash, BA,
Yeah.
so many things.
The trash part, I want to leave out. The BA part, yeah, that was uncalled for. It was too much, you know, like, and I guess if he really wanted to address that, I think you do that one in private, man. But giving him a platform, now you almost validate his approach, whether you agree or not, you know, because there are going to be people who watch that and have their opinion about how that played out. And trust and behold, there are some people who agree with that kid and his approach to how he criticizes the music or the OGs, right? And once you validate a kid like that, now there's an argument for that perspective. And what's that argument? The argument is, if he's saying, I am covering the artists that fell off, and these are my criterias of why these artists fell off, and he name drops and they fit the criteria, what's so wrong about that? Now, you're putting us in a position where that perspective matters now. What's so wrong about him having that opinion? You know?
Instead of insulting.
The BA part, it is what it is. The words trash, they are in the lingo of these kids.
Yeah.
You know, the word trash it's not a new thing created by X. We've been hearing that word, you know? And this is how they use it.
Isn't it friction a way of entertainment though? Because I'm looking at, I don't think this is the first incident in the entertainment industry where a young person poke at a veteran or legend in the industry. Isn't it maybe their way to claim the space and start the new era? If obviously I'm just Masiho, I'm 20 years old trying to start my rap career, isn't it a way for me to look at, ShabZi has a podcast. ShabZi has 1, 2, 3, 4. So if
I'ma
I
go for
poke on
him.
ShabZi,
Mm.
people will listen to me now because one, ShabZi's fans will be mad at me and will want to understand why do I have balls to even say this about ShabZi. But at the end of the day, I'm getting attention to sell my product. So isn't it friction a way of entertainment?
It probably is, right? I think the only reason why the OGs are a little bit in trouble in this area is because why is that even the idea for the kids?
To poke at
Yes.
them.
Why is that the idea? What haven't we done as OGs to close that gap? You know?
But it has been happening for a while, hey? There's a video of Double HP. I think he was mad at I don't know who. He even like you know what? Now I'm not here about the North God and the Casper versus AKA. Nakito Humura mfana. I'm from Maftown, and then he went on to just speak about how he wouldn't
He respected certain OGs when he came up.
because they're part of the fabric that he is, right?
Yeah, but how was Double HP inducted though? I think a lot of the people who come in with a level of respect, it's the way they're introduced into this game. And not every young kid has that opportunity. You know, it's like getting into varsity and they tell you there's an induction process. What do you call it, man? Not a humiliation.
It can't be.
No, not a humiliation. It's a orientation.
Oh.
Orientation process, right? Where we're gonna take these new kids through this. And that process, they're going to learn about how to conduct themselves in the game, how to engage. Meet your idol here. This is who they are. This is whatever. And then they're put in a position to be a little bit more creative about claiming their space. All the ones who are saying, oh, I respect this one, and I would never just speak ill of this MC because they are the fabric. Like, who taught you that? Who? It's those OGs in the game.
Who are passing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say, are we learning that from our parents? They're telling me, like, go higher, like I'm young, and my mom and dad are telling me about this is how you must respect Casper. They don't know him. They don't know him. They don't know him. All they can teach me is to respect people. And wherever I go, I greet, I'm respectful to everybody. But in this industry, in this hip hop industry, there's a reason why the kids are coming in with that perspective, and us refusing to see that perspective is the reason why it's going to continue. You'll take out your resources, your time, and all that you want to teach this one kid a lesson, but it's not gonna hush everybody.
So are we, it sounds to me like you're blaming the OGs for not opening up the industry.
I'm saying you can't have wisdom when it's convenient. You can't be the OG when we have to respect you. What about when you have to teach? What about when you have to build the bridge? What about when you have to be the bigger person? Because you are, right? If your age is older than mine, you are bigger, right?
Yeah.
If you have more experience in the game, you are bigger, right?
You're the groot man.
So why do we only care to speak when we want respect? Only. Come on, man.
But the music industry, actually not music industry, the most industries turns to write people off when they reach a certain stage. Isn't it maybe because the grootmans, when they reach their 50s, their 40-somethings, they no longer have the platform to share that wisdom that they've learned throughout the years.
But this,
I mean, look at my E for an example. After that, people started to throw him back to his music. I'm like, why haven't you guys been doing this? Why are you only doing it now?
What, they only started speaking about his music now?
Yeah, no. Obviously, they used to speak about that, then they paused. Nobody was mentioning my E anywhere. I haven't seen him doing interviews anywhere. I think he's been dropping music, but the last song I think he dropped was last year in October. Nobody spoke about that until this whole situation came. Now we started to talk about him. Isn't it our fault as well in the media space that we turn to write the legends off when they reach a certain stage?
It goes back to the point I was trying to make about the nominations. Who are in these positions? You know, the people who are judging the music, and not just judging the music to nominate these artists. Everywhere in the music industry, who are in these positions? Do you care about the art form of journalism? Do you care about the art form of compiling music? Do you care about the art form of curating content? Who are these people? Because if we had enough people who cared for the art form, this would be balanced. Someone would be documenting Ma'i's journey based off of passion, art, impact, all of that. But we are now in an era where even us who are in these positions don't care. I don't care. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Even the fact that I'm still a hip hop artist, I'm doing my best to be a broadcaster and be a podcaster, but me being an artist makes it hard for me to care about other artists because I'm focused on my journey. And I'm still doing my job. I'm doing my best to put hip hop on the forefront on my show. I'm doing my best to have some level of integrity and approach in this podcast. And that's me who I can't give out all the energy. Some of that energy, I must still create this music that is in me that I want to give to other people. That's me who cares. Now, someone who's just a journalist, who are you who's in this position? Are you doing that job? You're not. And that's why we don't care about MIE, or we don't care about the OGs who are being picked on. And them being picked on and then them having their time. I'm saying it's their moment. It's a teachable moment. Like, what, as an OG, with the wisdom, with the experience, with who you are and all that you've done, what do you think this version of you should be doing? I know you're feeling a lot based on what is happening, but these are young kids. They're going through phases. I am not excusing the disrespect. I am not excusing that they need to atone to their approach about how they're doing things. However, they're still the youngins, and their way to make it inside is to do this approach. There's something missing there. There's something we did wrong. There is no bridge. There is no varsity university for these kids. There is no orientation for these kids. No one's teaching them anything. And they're learning this on social media. And they're feeling like they are on their own. And so if I feel like I'm on my own, bro, you were not there when I was hungry.
But then why pick on me?
Because if I'm looking at the climate, you might be an easy target. And that's the game now, right? And mind you, what's happening is also a reflection of life. You might ask yourself why this criminal is picking on this old man or that young child. You're the easy target. And I'm hungry. I'm not saying it's right. Yeah, I'm not saying it's right, but this is where we're at. And after I state that this is where we're at, I'm saying, what's the solution? There's nobody thinking about the solutions. What should we be doing?
Yes, okay. How do we get the young ones to feel like they're being included in the game so that they don't disrespect other Grootmans out there? How can we make them part of the conversation? Because whether we like it or not, they are the ones that are holding the current audience. They are the ones that have the platform. They're the ones that actually will be able to make the craft that the OGs have to trend, the knowledge that they have to trend. So how do we then include them in the conversation?
I'm saying even that, you need to have a reason why you do things. And so if your reason to include the youngins is because you want respect, we're back to square one. Because what's respect, man? That it's subjective today. I'm saying how we solve things is this position that you're in, whatever job you do out there in this industry of ours, do you care about the job? You might have goals to be promoted and get to a certain title, but where you are right now, is there a level of care? Because if you care, it's not going to be about if Sagos respects me or not. I'm going to do my job. And the people who are yet to learn how to care will learn from you to care, because you care. We are lacking game changers. We are lacking people who lead the way, regardless of how you feel about where we at. We are lacking creators. We are lacking visionaries. People who are saying, I'm going to do this. And that one Komorao is going to learn by seeing that I changed the game. We're lacking that. Everybody's in their feels, in their emotions. And our emotions are very valid. However, we can't all be in our emotions. Someone has to make the hard decisions to move this game forward.
Actually, I'm while you're talking, I'm trying to think of artists that are doing things like what Oskido did for the culture. And I'm struggling to even find one name right now. Even Double HP, how he got, Motswako artists together. Because I remember Momulimi saying he used to even come fetch us and say, I need you guys to be there and represent. I'm struggling to find one artist right now.
Bro, even both Fresh, they put people on their whole career. And then putting people on wasn't about respect. He was just doing it. I remember when Fresh gave me a Metro FM interview on breakfast. I didn't even feel like I had, just arrived. No, but just people who have an eye for doing the next thing, regardless of what's happening.
But the one thing I've noticed, I'm glad you mentioned Fresh. When I started in the industry, obviously I got to work with people that have been there like 30 years, even before I was in the game, right? I've noticed something with them from that generation and then people that came after. People from then are willing to share the spotlight. They're willing to share the wisdom. They're willing to hold it. Sometimes you don't need to ask them, can you please be my mentor? I have people like, Ospas, who would be like, no, I can see you really serious about 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show you the way. But we don't have those people now. And let's think about us. We're about to be the Grootmans now. Why are we not like the generation Yabo, DJ Fresh, Bo Uncle Bob, Bo Uncle T, who are willing to look at the talent and be like, I'm picking 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to put you under my wing until you are superstars as well. Why are we not willing to share that?
If I'm speaking for me, I am doing that. And like I said, it's within the capacity that I have, because I also have my own things that I'm working on. But I am doing that. And unfortunately, there are some kids where you're caught between this one, not even that disrespectful, but they're not into it like that.
Yeah.
They don't care like that.
Yeah.
There's no level at which they are where they say this is what they care about. Yeah. Then there's some kids where they hear from me now and again. They get invitations to my show. Come back again, showcase your art. Because the first time I met them, I loved how seriously they took themselves, how they were dressed. how they had a photographer with them,
How they
the
communicated
tact
with
in the
you.
communication, those people, they hear from me once and again, I reach out. Or this presenter, I'm like, hey, you good? I heard your last link. I don't always have time to sit down and listen to a link. And I give you feedback. I'm like, oh, what were you doing there? What were you thinking there?
Try do it this way.
I do it the best way that I can do it. But I think a lot of OGs are turned off because of the disrespect part. And there are a lot of young kids who are just not serious about what they're doing, However, that doesn't change that something needs to change in order for this game to move forward. If we all genuinely care that it's a problem that we don't care that the summers got announced. Okay, those of which who care, what are you doing about it? If you're in position to do something about it, right? There are people in those infrastructures, in that department who might care. In your care, what are you doing about it? That's all I'm asking. And in your care, in your department, what are you doing about it? What am I doing about it? What are we all doing about it? The minute it's a few of us doing something about it, it's the reason why it's going to take long for this industry to evolve and be better for all of us.
Would you say fame is addictive?
Fame is definitely addictive.
Because certain people just want to be superstars. One can come and say, Mina, I'm a superstar. I'm not here to nurture anything, anyone. I'm here to shine.
My
Whether
guy,
I turn 80 or what, I'm Tyra Banks.
my guy, the currency is attention. And some people never had attention growing up. We grew up in a time where you were in high school, there was the cool kids or cool kid.
Yeah.
Primary, same thing. Varsity, same thing. Now we're in a social media era where, hey, I also want to be a cool kid, even the normal kid, even the average kid. We all want to be cool. We all want some attention. So if I go from 10 people following me, 10 people knowing me like I used to in high school, I only knew 10 people. Now you have 500 people following you. That's not a normal thing that happened to you. And so you take it to the head. If you're not aware of your need for attention, and now it becomes this drug. You go from 1,000 followers to 2,000, 3,000. Hey, many people are greeting you. What? Whoever doesn't greet you a certain way, it's a ego death moment for you. It's definitely addictive. It's attention.
It's a problem though, because now when you fall off, ibabutata for you to come back because you haven't built any relationships, because your intern can be a CEO of whatever or A&R of a certain record label, right? How do you then recover if you're not used to attention when you were growing up? How do you recover so that you can be able to utilize your fame in the right way that is more like an investment for you? Because you will never know what's going to happen in future for you as an artist, as an actor, as a TV presenter, and so on and so forth.
You need to realize that being an artist or whatever you are that brings you a lot of attention and fame, being a presenter, all of that, first, it's a job. It's your work. You come into work, you do the job. You can't take that to the head. That's what's going to balance this feeling like you're big. At the end of the day, you must humble yourself to your job. As a producer, how am I supposed to be to my fellow producer and presenters? I must still be respectful. And cool, for producers, we're behind the scenes, so maybe that's not the right debate. But as a presenter, how do you need to conduct yourself with your colleagues? You might be getting attention, social media, all of that, but that can't change how you treat people in the space that is helping you be who you are, that is adding to who you are. To steal. You know, when you forget all of that, it tells me that you never had attention your whole life. And now taking it to the head is just the easiest thing to do for you because you need that more than you need to do your job.
Hectic superstars. Hectic superstars. That's the main cause.
That's the main cause.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Please, man. Let's if we're gonna care about the music, if we're gonna care about this game, then please show it. Please show it. This thing of us all having opinions and me going onto your profile and realizing you don't even have a catalog for the perspective you're sharing. And not catalog, I'm not just talking about music. That thing you claim you care about, that you come out and tell people, hey, this guy, even Excalibur, whoever, this guy's trash, whatever. What's the catalog of what you're doing, bro? You know? Because then we will see it in that video that you did with my E. We will see it if you have a catalog. And those who don't have a catalog, study the game, man. Study people. Study people you look up to before you open up your mouth, before you do something, before you put yourself out there. Like, learn this game. You know, like, we can't critique the president. We can't critique the parties if we can't critique you and your contribution to this country.
And peace.
That's what's popping. 6th episode. Jeez, that was hella crazy. It's all passion. It's all love. We'll see you guys again next week. We out of here, man. Peace.